Hi folks, thanks very much for joining us on another one of our simple leveraging brief taster stroke training videos. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I want to mention the technique we're talking about, then I want to show you the results. I want to talk about the old-fashioned link building technique of link baiting. Now, link building is very much in vogue. You can join one link building network after another. You can buy links on blogs. You can actually buy blog comments. You can buy links on article networks. You can do all sorts of things which will give you coverage, but it won't necessarily give you the quality links that you necessarily need to do. Now, most people tend to think of quality links, that's going to take me ages. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time writing to people left, right and centre. I'm going to prove here that this is not necessarily the case. I want to talk to you about better link building by good link baiting. So, speak to you soon. Going to cut to another part of the presentation now. Yeah, we're back, and I want to look at briefly just one particular blog that we've used as a test case over the last 5 to 6 days. Now, this was a site that was dormant, stepsforgettingoutofdebt.com, and we thought we'd go back and investigate and see what we could do with regards to effective link bait. And what I want you to do, I want you to look at exactly how successful we've been for starters. So let's look at the statistics for stepsforgettingoutofdebt.com. As you can see here, as of 7 minutes past 10 server time today on the 15th of August 2010, 7 minutes past 10 we had 1,667 visits. That's not all today, but that's certainly in the last couple of days. So let's update and let's see what we've got now. 1,667 visits, 7 minutes past 10. And what have we got? We had anything shortly in about the last little while? 16 and 72. So we've had about 5 visits in the last 8 minutes actually. So we're averaging about 20 visits an hour here. And let's have a look. As you can see, the site had actually done absolutely nothing for the first 12 days. We put our first piece of link bait out overnight on Friday the 13th. And on 14th of August we had 1,284 visits, and today we've had 173 so far. And as you can see, it is only 10 hours long. So probably we'll end up with about 300 visits. 300 visits today, possibly 400 visits, and it'll probably settle down at about 150, 200 visits a day probably from here on in. Where are we getting the traffic from? Well, by using the correct sort of link baiting, and I want to talk about how we went about the link baiting in another video, because I could ramble on for hours on this, and I don't want to make the video too weighty. Well, our article was picked up briefly. We actually sort of had quite a good sort of presence in the Twitter sphere, as you can see here. It's been retweeted 30 times. Steps for getting out of debt, blog archive, avoid debt paralysis. Where else has the site been found? Pop URLs, whole number of places like sites here. Tweet mem, that's another one. Steps for getting out of debt, 26 tweets. So that was obviously at a different time. URLs, it's been picked up there. Stuff to tweet, and a whole number of places here. And this was one particular Twitter account that we located out of this. Steps for getting out of debt, avoid debt paralysis. So there we go. Now let's look at, as we said, statistics for the site for the last 5 months. Was the least amount of visits was on June, where we had 29 unique visits. March we had 125. This month so far we've had 1,090. Clicks have already started to pick up. We're getting a nice click-through rate and getting a nice return on revenue on the site as well. All by the correct use of link baiting. If you want to find out anything more about this, and certainly anything more about some of the other techniques we use with simple leveraging, then please visit Simple Leveraging at http://simpleleveraging.com, or you'll find the link at the end of this video. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.